Back in the UK.
Hello, all of you. Welcome back to the channel. This weekend, this episodes is set to be a fucking mad one.
We've got PCA Midlands this weekend, and I think we've got 9 athletes on stage tomorrow. So today is all about the lead up, it's checking people in, it's how we're going to peak them, it's going through pump sessions in the gym, basically lots of people in small pants and small bikinis.
Lots of skin, lots of muscle, lots of striations, lots of information, but most importantly, lots of fun. We're going to start this episode off with checking in a couple of the boys, one of the girls. In terms of the formalities, so I've got 4 guys. I've got junior bodybuilder Regan, I've got Ben Gibson, who is short classic, I've got Matt Suffield, who is tall classic, and then I've got novice bodybuilder Stuart Denny. All looking absolutely fantastic, all going through very, very different peaks and protocols and approaches. So I'll give you an insight on that later on.
And I have got 5 girls in this weekend. I've got Katie Downey, who is in athletic figure, and then I've got Betty, who is in tone figure. I've also got Pixie in tone figure. I've got Sherry in bikini, and I've also got Lorna, who is stepping out a little bit earlier than planned because she's ready in wellness. And they are all very, very different peaks again, and we're going to cover that with each person.
One thing that is very exciting, like apart from all of them, like Lorna, we literally had a conversation with yesterday. Like, what do you think about doing PCA Midlands? Because you kind of look perfect. And she was like, yeah, all right. So that's super exciting. So there's lots of information that goes on with that. But we have kicked off the day after 3-4 hours sleep. Cardio has been done. We get all of our shit done first. Something I want you all to take away as athletes and coaches. As athletes, your coach should be prioritizing you on show day and show weekend. Facts. So, as coaches, you should get all of your shit done first. We were at crack of dawn, before it even got light, before any of the athletes were awake, on the Stairmaster. Dirty 30 was done, coffee, caffeinated, and we're ready to get the day rolling for all of the gang. Stay tuned, check-ins going down for Regan, Matt, and
Sherry.
So the most important thing when you're rolling through these check-ins is finding the best possible shot. Now, we have already secured the check-in spot for the gang if they are going to come to the vicinity of Raw Manor for the weekend. So we're going to take it all the way through this tunnel, and what we want to be focused on is, ideally, for the best check-in spot, we want as little amount of backlit lighting as possible and front lighting, but ideally some shadowing behind and then great lighting in the front. So if you come this way, Matt's going to take his top off right where the cameraman just was, good looking bastard, and you're going to see a perfect representation of what we're trying to look for, apart from the fact that Matt looks fucking unbelievable. Hit him most muscular, take 1 step back. You can come through, Reeks, it's fine. So you can see lighting from the back isn't too powerful lighting from the front, show all the detail, and we're good to go. You want to hit a side chest or something just for fun? Wow, you actually look sick. It's all mad. So, check-in spot 101. Make sure that there's the lighting from the back, or backlit lighting, is reduced. Front lit lighting is good. It's not too harsh, not too bleaching, and you're good to go. So Matt's obviously going to go first because he's already half naked. Getting started. Shez has arrived. You've met Shez before because she was in the leg day video that Regan was in. Hi Shez.
Hi.
Go on then, big boy. Let's see it. Now we're on to Regan, junior bodybuilder. Let's see it. Time for the ladies. Take a step back, Slick.
So we've only got 1 of the girls here this morning because I am meeting the others periodically throughout the day. I've got Kate and Betty going to the gym, I'm going to see them later. I've got Pixie, who I'm seeing later, and Lorna isn't coming up till tomorrow. So we've got Sherry here this morning just to have a look over her. Now, with Sherry, the aim for this year has been to get her in absolute condition, because previous feedback has been not conditioned enough, need more condition through the legs, and we have definitely achieved that. So the peak for this show has been really driving in condition. So we haven't concentrated on really filling her up from a glycogen perspective. We've concentrated on really bringing her in for condition. So we've followed a higher fat approach coming into the show. So just gonna have a look at her now, but she's pretty fucking peeled, to be honest. Sweating so much. Yeah. I didn't expect to sweat. Hello, we have arrived at the gym. Here is Betty. Hello.
It's like 7 foot tall.
Who is 7 foot tall. Here is Katie, who is not 7 foot tall.
Hello.
And here is Ben, who's also definitely not 7 foot tall. I am, when I've cooled down in a minute, going to take these through a bit of a pump session, and then we're going to do some posing. And I think Corey's doing something with Ben. But that is the plan of action. It's very hot. It feels like we're still in Dubai.
Whoa. We out here. I got titty sweat. What do you reckon my new gums? Talk more about this, don't you? Why would you go to the ankles every single fucking time? You're fucking sacked. People watching this aren't. Continue to watch. Betty, Ben, Katie, about to go through an upper body session. I feel like Max has already said this, but it sounds better coming from Slee, right? Stay tuned.
So, a little bit of an upper body pump session now. Different approaches for different people. Katie and Betty have been glycogen loaded fairly hard this week, so they're full of carbohydrates, ready to pop and to put them to use. So I'm taking them through a little bit of a pump session. Now the aim here isn't to deplete, it is simply to just awaken the body a little bit, move some of the carbohydrates around, and what you will also find is that a little bit of a pump session works as a little bit of a lymphatic drain. So by moving a little bit of blood, getting the body moving, a little bit of, I'm gonna say probably between 10 to 20 reps on each body part, and that is literally all that we're doing, will act as a little bit of a lymphatic drain. So we will drop a little bit of fluid that we may have accumulated whilst we have been glycogen loading. So we're going to do set on delts, we're going to do an upper clavicular movement, so an incline movement, we're going to do 2 lat movements, we're going to do an upper back movement, biceps, triceps, and a little bit of abs, and that is literally it. We are not here to record any PBs. We're here to simply move a little bit of blood and leave 2 to 3 reps in the tank.
So we're going to do something a little bit different to the girls, because boys are better than girls. I'm not really too fussed. This is mainly just an opportunity to replicate what we'll be doing backstage, which will be moving blood through the lats, moving blood through the chest, moving blood through the delts, and bis and tris. So Ben's going to do two sets on back, chest, delts, bis and tris. We're looking to stimulate slightly metabolite accumulation. Essentially what you always want to be looking to do is train until you start to feel the burn and then put it down. And then really what we're going to be doing is putting him through the rounds so I can see him full within the muscle bellies and actually starting to work through the poses that we want to see him actually being judged in. And then it's good to go. So we're going to go unilateral pull down. Again, it's always better to probably prioritise a machine or cable for the reason that your mind muscle connection is going to be better. But we're going to get stuck in. Come on, big boy. Has finished his pump up, which is basically just a bit of a mock of exactly what we're going to be doing pre-stage tomorrow. He's had 2 meals in, 2 litres of water in, 4 grams of salt, and he has pumped up, and it is at this very moment in time 10 to 12. I'm expecting him to be on stage anywhere between 11:30 and 12 o'clock. So this tomorrow is pretty much exactly what we're going to be expecting to see. He has got the rest of his food to eat today. Today he's running pro fats, so I just want him as dry as possible. Our main focus, more than anything else, is just to send him in as lean as he possibly can be, as sharp as he possibly can be. He's done 2 days of loading, which is the best part of 1700 grams of carbs, which will sit him perfect for exactly where we need to be from a fullness perspective. I'm really happy with his look. I'm going to show you in 3, 2, 1. I'm happy. When it all comes together, like obviously I see him fucking, in terms of monitoring, I see him twice a day. AM, post-workout. That's all we need to do. And we just repeat the look, session, day after day after day. And today, everything has landed. See him in person, he's perfect. I'm happy. We are back. Quick food break. Ben has been put through the mill. He looks good, he looks perfect. We've got Matt and Regan in now, just for a quick pump up. Exactly the same sort of process. So it's in and around, give or take an hour of where they'll be, but they're both 2 meals deep. So again, repeating what will be the look for tomorrow. We're going to run through an upper body pump, go through some posing, essentially what we've already done this morning. So stay tuned. Mads has got a very, very special guest, so she's going to do the intro, but we're going to get stuck in and we will catch up probably in about a hot second.
My girls are all pumped up. Corey has got more boys in, so I've got a push session because I'm a big figure girl now. So I invited my lovely IFBB Peo figure girl down to train with me. So we've not seen each other for ages. And when we are back from Dubai, we just like to try and see as many people as possible. So it's a good opportunity to get a session in. And what else would I do apart from train a push session? Be a big figure girl. So that's the plan. So watch us training push because it's far more exciting than watching a pump session. And yeah, catch you in a bit. Drive, take it. Yeah? What you've got to be really careful of when you're bodybuilding is don't do things to try and grow that are going to potentially cause injuries. Unless it's a clavicle pec fly, because it's really fucking good. Take it. Up. Mind it. It's sticky, isn't it? It's sticky. Do you know what? It's actually really fun doing something new. I used to train legs 4 times a week and now I'm like doing push twice, I'm doing pull twice. It's fucking really hard, but it's proper novel and I'm enjoying it. Trying to get wham. 10, come on. 11. That's the right count. 12. Come on, again. Brace hard. Don't rush. 13. Come on, take it. Big brace. Inhale. Last one. Up. Come on, take it. Trying to grow a top line out here. Babs has completed it a lot faster than I have.
Pump complete. We're going to get the boys on the mats, on the blue mats, running through the mandatories just for the final look. Again, we know what we're achieving now. We know what look we're going to replicate every single time, but they're going to go through the mandatories, just put them through it a little bit, and then we are going to chill. So Regan, the young prince, the natty prince, is in. Let's fucking see it. Come on in. Young prince on the money. Now time for M-Bum, the Tash. Let's see it. Come on in. Finally back at the apartment, and we have more naked bodybuilders to show you guys. So thank you for sticking around through the monotonous videos of Mads tensing her triceps. I'm doing that. I'm sure you've seen about 400 of them between the times that we last spoke. So we're going to let the ladies go first, or we're going to do gents first?
Let's do ladies first.
Okay, we're going to do ladies first. So I'm going to introduce someone very, very special who you haven't seen yet. It's the last bodybuilder of the day. I'm not going to do the whole favouritism thing and say the best, because that wouldn't be right. But very, very something special to tell you guys, so stick around. But ladies first, on to Mads.
We have Pixie, who is my toned figure competitor. Me and Pixie haven't actually worked together that long. How long have we been working together? 16 weeks. 16 weeks. Pixie came to me right at the start of prep and said, what can we do? And I said, we will fucking get you on stage and look in the best shape you've ever looked in your whole life. And that is exactly what we have done. I feel like we have got about 11 or 12 kilos off, and Pixie has been on an incredible journey, and just tomorrow is just going to look absolutely insane. I'm very, very proud of it. It's been an emotional ride. So I'm going to check Pixie in, and then, yeah, move on to the boys. Pixie is one of my 5 girls standing on stage tomorrow. Yeah, mate, into the archway.
Into the archway.
That bikini's so nice. Yeah, they are high, aren't they?
Very
A tiniest waist ever. Good. Nice. Probably one of the best poses. Right. Take your time with those like shots, like hold them for a second. Open up with that left lat more. That's better. Yeah, good. That's really nice. Your upper body's come on so much, hasn't it? Just since we started together.
I think what is also
So good.
important to mention is like the reality of just like starting prep as well. Like no
Good.
foundation in play. Looks
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, really nice.
From when the last time I saw you, which was when? Like in person.
When we had that seminar.
Yeah, mad.
Right here, just hold that pose for me. Really pull that left elbow forward. That's not the right, just the left. I feel like you're a bit locked up on the left side. That's better. Yeah, just make sure you're really opening up, pull through. Good. Nice. That's nice. Good. I think what is important to note as well is like celebrating small wins. Like Pixie's had to really work hard during this prep. This is the first ever prep that she's done. We didn't work together previous towards the prep, so we haven't had the opportunity to off-season together. And I have had to push her quite hard to be able to get to this point. So celebrating completing prep, being in the best shape of your life and actually making it to stage, which to be honest is more than 90% of people do. She looks absolutely incredible. I think we've taken like 11 kilos off her since she started in 16 weeks. Like mega proud, and just looks insane. And the changes physically to her physique in that space of time are amazing. So I'm super proud and I'm excited.
You're essentially like building a physique whilst pulling one apart as well.
Whilst prepping it.
There's also the reality of like character building, actually like maturing as an athlete, going through not a lot of people nowadays actually genuinely have to go through this due to super effective and efficient coaching. Like coaching is the best it's ever been. When I first started bodybuilding all that time ago, check the hairline, like you're talking no carbs for weeks. To be fair, I did this year, but like having to chew the stinging nettles as an athlete is like so maturing, and once you go through that and then you're in a position where you can come off the back of it, build the foundations, like you'll never have to go through that suck again. because every single season becomes more productive, more effective, more optimal, and they're on him.
So essentially this is the hardest prep you'll ever have to do. From here, it'll all be nice
Yeah.
and smooth sailing.
And if you can get through that, like, you can fucking get through anything. On to Stuart Denny. Okay, so
I'm gonna take some photos while he's getting undressed.
now Stephen hasn't seen the photo that he's about to pop up now. Okay, this is what Stuart looked like when he first started with me. What, 2 years ago? Good. Okay, you're about to see what he looks like now. Stephen, I'm just going to show you this. Live reaction.
Jesus.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Jesus, yeah.
Okay, so the photo that you just saw is what Stuart looked like when he first started with me 2 years ago. Since then, he did his first bodybuilding competitions last year. He did the regional, and the only goal we set was to be able to qualify for the British.
Nice.
We qualified for the British, and I'm not ashamed to say, genuinely, I think he placed close to dead last.
So nice, man.
Since then, October to September, we are 7 kilos heavier in stage condition, and he is conditioned.
Your back shot.
In the archway, please.
Through the back.
5,
But it's dropping fatigue
4,
as well, like obviously
3,
I've been really digging and
2,
what's that? So like pulling that just even over like 2-3 days, like the fluid,
How long is it?
like your weight dropping is one of the yeah, I imagine it would.
quarter 2.
I'm super proud of you.
Hard on those glutes.
It's not been easy,
Good boy.
you've got a lot going on as well.
Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, quarter 2. Oh yeah.
Glutes. Glutes. Squeeze that.
There you go. 3, 2. No. So Stewie is novice bodybuilding. Last year, first time was bodybuilding. Obviously making that transition, 7 kilos heavier this year. The way that we've peaked Stewie, really simple. 3 days hard loading. You can take a little bit more, but we know that for future shows. Obviously this is the first show of the season. We've got 4 more, including the British, which is going to qualify for tomorrow. And then he's just gone back to baseline. He baselines on mid 300 grams of carbs. We loaded like top end of like 800-900 grams. So he's in a really good position, but as you can see, condition on point, 7 kilos heavier. I couldn't be any happier, genuinely. Absolutely over the moon for the journey that he's been on, and we can't keep continuing to come back to this, because essentially one day we're actually going to have to start like, okay, you're a bodybuilder now. It's no longer a huge lifestyle transformation, but the fact that he's gone from like where you've seen to hitting our first goal of qualifying for the British last year, placing pretty much dead last, but he still had dugout glutes, which was the main thing, right? This year, gone through the bodybuilding process of just getting fucking better, and he's 7 kilos heavier in stage condition. That's bodybuilding. So we've seen him a lot today, but we're just going to see the final look before he goes in for his last 2 meals.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right, sweet. We'll just make this quick.
It's a naked bodybuilder.
Hard on the glutes. Oh, good. Cool.
What sock is on?
It's funny how you've like sharpened up since the gym, but still holding a little bit more
You
fullness.
look better, way better now than you did this morning, much crispier.
More food. Yeah. Quarter 2. There you go. The good thing is there's absolutely no hiding here. Like no hiding, literally.
Lean into this oblique a little bit.
Doesn't
towards us.
leave much
Yeah.
to the imagination. Just go and have your final 2 meals. Let's play around the pool, and then we're good to go. Simple as that, really. I've seen him 3 times today. We know what we're doing. We know where the clearance is. We know where the clearance is going to take us. Ready to wake up tomorrow morning. Am I close? Am I close?
It's not hard fuck, I wish.
Am I close? Yeah, we're happy. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to play some pool. The most important thing now is, once the work is done, we just keep energy levels high, feel good factors high. We got a fucking pool table upstairs, so I'm going to beat all of the guys before they pick up some trophies tomorrow, because that's all I've got really. I've got receding hairline and I'm fat, so happy days. So the boys have been spanked on pool. I'm still sweating my fucking bollocks off. For anybody who knows the day of what day it is, I don't even know what the day is, but Saturday before the Midlands, you'll know that it was 400,000 degrees today, and the boys have been hammered. They've had their last meals. They've all fucked off. They're all going to bed. Me and Mads are going to go to bed and wake up tomorrow to do the damn thing. Stay tuned. Show day is about to go off. We've got 9 fucking athletes rolling out. This is what we live for. This is what we are here for. Trophies, memories. It's all going down. Stay tuned. See you tomorrow morning.